Hi, Sunny. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I have a question regarding the nature of. I mean, you very often talk that, okay, right now, this meeting, it's an illusion because it's going to be gone and nothing is left from it. Similar to what the way thoughts are. We take them
Yeah.
super seriously now. And the fact that they're not there, why does that mean that they don't exist? Again, I'm touching something old that we've discussed many times, but I just need a different. I understand the nature of thoughts and the imaginary thing that it does, and it's not real. But how is that a proof that at this exact moment we are not, we're here and now, and this is happening. In 1 hour, it's not going to be happening, and therefore, in 1 hour, this is an illusion. I mean, it's not there anymore. But how is it not real at this moment? And again, I'm touching on something we've discussed many times. It's just I'm back and forth, and I'm realizing
Mhm.
some things, and then I'm going backwards and then forward and back, and it's just. So I wanted to see if you can give me a comparison of something, just to see it differently, just to see it in a way differently, and see why is it an illusion.
So,
I don't know.
from the standpoint of this teaching, only what is real is, what is false never existed. It only appeared to exist. So, that is the nature of impermanence. Anything that is impermanent, it doesn't at one time exist and then ceases to exist. It only appears to exist. It never actually existed. So one example is the go-to one, which is always like the dream you had last night. It never actually like that whole dream world and the person you were in and the things you were doing never actually happened. They only appeared to happen. They never actually came into existence. They only appeared to exist. Looking at our direct experience, what says the last experience existed? This experience. Only this experience says the last experience existed, but this experience itself, it it holds the same amount of existence. Only from the point of view from within the experience, the body and mind, you know, which are themselves an experience. They say, "Oh, the past experience existed." It is only from the lens of the current experience that that belief is valid. But even this experience, which is right now claiming the last experience existed, itself doesn't, it's only appearing to exist. So that's where, when we reflect on the nature of impermanence, that's why we say that anything that is impermanent has no reality because it never was. It's not that it is, it really is right now. It just never was. It only appeared to be.
Do we take this as a given just because the teaching says, or you actually can experience it? Because to me, clearly this is happening. But again, I understand the point that in the dream, I'm sure that the dream is happening. So it's very similar. But how do we, because how can I investigate this for myself?
Observe impermanence. It's really, it's not something special or something else. We hear this teaching all the time and we say, I understand everything is impermanent. No, we don't. We don't. It's like, but I know everything comes and goes. But the mature, that insight needs to mature through an ongoing recognition of all these things that are passing. Because right now, when we're, as we start practicing this, there's a very solid and stable center. Like
Mhm.
it feels like I am this body mind. This is a very solid core understanding. It's like a very hardened shell. It only starts to become more transparent through observing of impermanence. You are not a body observing the impermanent world. Even the body and the all these, as we were talked about, in the last question with Savarna, all these mental and emotional states, opinions, ideas, beliefs, they are all impermanent phenomena. That is why one of the Buddha's greatest or most popular teachings is observe impermanence again and again. This is impermanent. Just that observation alone helps us to see more clearly. If you go to a Vipassana retreat, this is one of the main aspects of it. Observe impermanence. And the meaning of Vipassana is seeing more clearly, seeing things as they are. So that is the way to experience this truth. At no point settle for the understanding, yeah, I know everything's impermanent. No, continue to observe that anything you place your sense of reality in, any object, including any thought, emotion, feeling, state of the body, it is a fleeting thing. We start to see that, yes, this feels so solid and rigid and real in that sense, but it is just an appearance. It's appearing right now and then ceases to appear. It's appearing right now and ceases to appear. Yes, relatively, you still are seeing things the same way. Everything is solid and real, and you treat the world in that way. But we are really like now seeing that all of these things are an appearance alone. And the word appearance is
Mhm.
the closest it ever comes to it, because it's like, look at what it points to. It points to how something can look a certain way, but it's not really so. Just like that, the world and the body and mind, they appear to exist, they appear to have reality, but it's just an illusion. It's just an appearance. So, from the self inquiry standpoint, uh, only that which to whom this appearance appears is real. That one is not separate
Yeah.
from it, but it is a source of it, source and essence of it. But through our discernment, how to grow in this recognition, yes, observe impermanence. You are nothing that you perceive. You are that to whom it appears. That is our mechanism to discern reality from truth. I mean, sorry, reality from illusion.
And because the quality of this center, the quality of this awareness is more or less always has the same nature or the same feeling, it kind of reveals that it's stable. Well, not stable. It kind of reveals that it doesn't change, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you meditate, you always go to that place, to that space where it's kind of familiar.
Mm-hmm. Truth is not an experience, right? Truth is prior to anything that can appear, but its closest expression or reflection here in this realm of illusion is that unchanging presence. That unchanging presence or knowing is of source, truth, God. So, yes, that is why we discern in that way. That is why we cling to that presence. That's why the direct path is meditate on I am. The recognition I am is unchanging throughout the appearance, throughout all of these impermanent objects coming and going. I am is the presence of truth, that which never comes into existence, yet it is.
Mhm. And thoughts and all the other emotions and feelings, they kind of give themselves up because they're all over the place, first of all, and second, you have to bring it back. It's already gone. A thought, it's already gone. If you wanna, like, if you're ruminating about something, you have to observe that you are the one giving it existence again. It's already gone. It's already done. Like you did something a year ago and it's bothering you now. You treated someone bad or you made a mistake. You're bringing that up again,
Yeah.
which means it's not real, right?
That's the story that lives
Right.
in your mind. It's a memory of what happened and whatnot. So yes, that story is completely fictional in that sense. But the very thought itself that is speaking that story into existence is also something that comes and goes, is also
Mhm.
observed to arise and pass. So you are not even that. And what says, no, this is real? It is also just that same, is another thought that says this is real, but that thought itself is impermanent. That which is says nothing.
Got
And
it.
so that is our main discernment, and the way to the teaching guides us to, hey, how to grow in this recognition, this experiential realization that yes, um, you are not what you perceive, and whatever you perceive is not real. It is essentially, it has no reality, only relative
And
reality and importance.
it's kind of normal on this path to be back and forth, to feel that one day you kind of get it, the next day you kind of what is this
Yes,
stuff
totally.
like? It's a normal thing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you kind of feel discouraged. You're like, what? Like a week ago, I was there, I was in that space, and then I'm like, what is impermanent? So it is normal to be fluctuating and just. Mhm.
Once again,
Okay.
observing even the clear mind, then the clouded mind, getting it, not getting it. All of these are the mental states observed,
Yeah,
right?
but they
So
have a
not
very
making your
strong
home in them.
attraction. Hmm.
Hmm?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.